multiplying and dividing fractions. This is a fun section of work, and I do hope that you enjoy multiplying and dividing fractions. Remember, this is revision from last year, and you should be confident and comfortable with this. If you're not, here's your chance to catch up. Please remember to consult the Ultranet page that relates to multiplying and dividing fractions. Also look at the PowerPoints that are available, and also remember the IXL resource. And if you are stuck, you can always Google the words multiplying or dividing fractions or both, and you'll find a million hits to help you with that. Here is a quick bit of revision. 1/2 times 2/3. That equals to, you multiply the numerators together. 1 times 2 above the line, below the line 2 times 3. You multiply the denominators together below the line, and you can see that equals to 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 the numerator, 6 the denominator. You have to simplify that. 2/6 is equal to 1/3, so that is your answer. Quick bit of revision there for you, with some more to follow. Make sure that you understand this slide. There's another example there of multiplying 3/4 by 2/5. On the left-hand side, answers on the right-hand side. You multiply the two numerators together, 3 times 2, you get 6 above the line. You multiply the denominators together, 4 times 5 is 20, and you have to simplify that. Hopefully that's quite clear. If you are unclear about anything that's happening there, please do ask me. This is a good practical tip for you young people, and very, very relevant, because you often need it. Sometimes you need to multiply a fraction and a whole number. So you write that whole number as a fraction, you turn it into a fraction with the denominator below the line of 1. So there's an example on the left-hand side. Work out 1/10 times 4, and the answer is 1/10 times 4 over 1, and you multiply the numerators. 1 times 4 is 4 above the line, 10 times 1 is 10 below the line, and you simplify 4/10. The answer is 2/5. You will remember that you can turn any of these numbers into fractions. All you need to do to turn these numbers into fractions is put them all over a denominator of 1. So 4 over 1 is still equal to 4, but it is a fraction now. 7 over 1 is a fraction, but it doesn't change the value of 7. 11 over 1, 1,000 over 1, 1,000,000 over 1. It still has the value of the original number, but now you've turned it into a fraction, and you then remember how to multiply with it. Have a go at these fractions. Exercise 8.01, multiplying these fractions, and they should be reasonably quick and easy, so there are a number there. Have a go. If you can do them, you can move on. Have a go at question 3. There you can see, certainly the first few, you're multiplying by integers by 9, so remember how to turn that 9 of question 3a, how to turn it into a fraction, and do your normal multiplication of the two numerators and the two denominators. B has the same. 4a and 4b, quite interesting. Have a go at those and apply your normal strategy, but you do it one more time, nothing changes. You multiply the numerators together and you multiply the denominators together, see what you get. Don't forget to check your answers. Get a textbook, a copy of the textbook in class, and don't forget to check your answers. Have a go at these word exercises or word questions. Exercise 8.02. They're a lot of fun. Most enjoyable because you have to turn the sentences. You have to figure out there is some mathematics going on in there, and obviously because we are dealing with fractions at the moment, chances are it'll be fractions and multiplying fractions, but nevertheless, have a go at that. I'm going to do question 1 for you on the next slide, just to help you with that, but have a go and see how you go with turning those questions into mathematical problems. The question asks or says that I have a recipe for cooking rice and it requires 2/3 of a cup of milk. So I know I'm dealing with 2/3 there, that's a fraction. If only 1/2 of the quantity mentioned in the recipe is required, what fraction of a cup of milk will be needed? So I know that I'm going to be working with 2/3 of a cup of milk, but only 1/2 of that 2/3 is required, so I have to multiply 2/3 by 1/2, and that is actually quite an easy multiplication in the normal way, and I've done it there for you. You multiply the numerators of the two fractions together, 2 times 1 above the line, 3 times 2 below the line. That gives you 2/6, and you have to simplify that. Answer is 1/3, so you are going to need 1/3 of a cup of milk. Answer is 1/3 of a cup of milk. This is an important slide, and very, very important, in fact, for your division of fractions, which is going to follow just after this. So it's a big word, reciprocal of a fraction. The reciprocal of any number is its opposite. So just have a look there. To get the reciprocal of a fraction, you just turn it upside down. And the example there, the reciprocal of 3/4 is 4/3. You must just remember this, young people. The reciprocal of 1/10 is 10/1, or 10. We don't write it normally as 10/1 unless we're multiplying. The reciprocal of 8 is 1/8. So when you multiply a fraction and it's reciprocal, you get 1. For example, if you multiply 2/5 and it's reciprocal 5/2, they multiply out to 10/10, and you know that that is actually equal to 1. It's an interesting little mathematical exercise. So writing with my wonky pen here on the screen, the reciprocal of 4 is 1/4. I turn that on its head, 4, I turn it into 1/4. The reciprocal of 10 is 1/10. The reciprocal of 1/5 is 5, and the reciprocal of 100th is 100. Have a go at this exercise 8.03, and they ask for the reciprocal, so all you do is you turn it on its head. It's very, very good practice for you, and it shouldn't take long. Remember to read the blue box down there at the bottom, the tip down there. Had it before, but it's good advice. It's something you need to just fix in your mind. And this is how you divide fractions. If you read here the slide with me, with fractions, dividing is actually done by multiplying. This is revision most of you'll remember from Maths Buddy last year. We watched those Maths Buddy videos. So the first fraction stays unchanged. The second fraction gets changed to its reciprocal. Maths Buddy, they used to say, you flip the fraction. We then multiply these together. So, for example, the example there is 3/5 divided by 2/3. So the first thing is that you change the sign. That divide, the opposite operation to division is multiplication. So you change the division sign to multiplication, and then you multiply it by the reciprocal. You've just done that exercise previously, or as Maths Buddy said, you flip that fraction. So 2/3 becomes 3/2. 3/5 divided by 2/3 is equal to 3/5 multiplied by 3/2. And you multiply the numerators together. 3 times 3 is 9. You multiply the denominators together. 5 times 2 is 10. 9/10. And make sure that you check if you can simplify that. In this case you can't. That's division. Simple as that. Hope you enjoy doing that division, young people. So here's a chance for you to practice and confirm your knowledge of division of fractions. Exercise 8.04. Please have a go at those. They're all pretty useful, and again they'll be quite quick and easy. By the end of question 3 you'll be pretty comfortable and confident about how to do this. Remember, there are 2 steps to dividing fractions. You change the sign from in front of the second fraction, you change the sign, divide becomes multiply, and you flip the fraction, or you multiply by its reciprocal. That's all there is to it.